Software firm MicroStrategy makes a massive bet on Bitcoin with a $250 million purchase. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we have even more bullish news on Bitcoin. You've already heard about the halving, you've already heard about Visa and PayPal getting into Bitcoin, you've already heard about TD Ameritrade setting up things for Bitcoin trading, you've already heard about the massive bull market that we've just started, and now you've heard of a company called MicroStrategy, one of the largest business intelligence firms on the planet, buying $250 million worth of Bitcoin. 21,000 Bitcoin has just been purchased, and guys, we are moving one step closer to mass adoption. Now, literally everyone is already talking about this news story. If you type Bitcoin into Google, it's literally just video after video about this. So I want to come at this from a slightly different angle. You probably know what's happening already. It can be summed up pretty easily as massive company buys massive amount of Bitcoin, hooray. But in this video, I want to go a little bit deeper on the topic and talk about what exactly this means for Bitcoin and where I see the financial industry trending towards in the Bitcoin market, because we are seeing a massive shift this year, the likes of which we haven't seen before. We didn't even see this happening in 2017. So guys, we're going to be talking about all of that and more in today's video, and I think you guys are going to get a lot of good value out of today's video. Thank you guys so much for the 17,000 views and 1.3K likes yesterday. We're about to have a lot of fun in today's video, so if you do enjoy today's video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Before we get into it, though, there's one more thing I need to mention, and that would be the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Guys, CT2A is the one-stop shop for learning everything you need to know about trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and as we're going to be talking about in today's video, the landscape for this industry is looking absolutely golden. And if you want to capitalize on the massive bull run that is starting right under our noses, I would highly encourage you to invest in your education with the link in the description down below. The coupon code BULLRUN 2020 will be expiring on Friday, which is 2 days from now, so if you want to join, now would be the time to do so. But anyway, guys, more on that at the end of the video. For now, though, without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. You've heard about Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal changing their tune on Bitcoin, and you've also heard about the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, quite the title, allowing for U.S. banks to give custody services to Bitcoin, and now a $250 million bet on Bitcoin from one of the largest business intelligence firms on the planet. Guys, things are looking very, very bullish for Bitcoin, but like I said, you've already heard about all these news stories. I want to go a slightly different route, but we're first going to start with a little bit of technical analysis on Bitcoin, because of course, there's always something to talk about on the chart as of late. Guys, the last several days on Bitcoin have been a little bit tumultuous. As you will know, Bitcoin was in a consolidation pattern with a downtrending level of resistance right there. Initially, we broke to the upside, and then following that, we broke to the downside. If you guys will remember to yesterday's video, we drew this zone of support when Bitcoin was trading right here, and as you can see, just after I finished recording that video, that is exactly where Bitcoin bounced at, and now we're rallying back up. Keeping in mind what we talk about in CT2A with how trend lines can be support and resistance, not just one or the other, Bitcoin is currently testing our previous uptrending level of support as a current uptrending level of resistance. If by the time this video is out and you haven't seen this yet, check your charts to see if Bitcoin has broken this level of resistance, because if it does, that's definitely going to result in some more uptrending movement on Bitcoin. One thing to keep in mind, though, also, guys, is that on the hourly chart, RSI has been reset, so there is more room to run down here. MACD is, in fact, bullish. And looking out on the 4-hourly chart, we see not only is the RSI looking very, very healthy, we also see that MACD is coming in for a bullish cross below the 0 level on the histogram, which is a very bullish thing indeed. And then we get to the daily chart, where we have now seen a bearish cross on the MACD out on daily. This is not all that good, but of course Bitcoin has been very overextended, so hopefully this won't mean a whole lot. Keep an eye on it, though. Guys, volume's picking back up on Bitcoin. We found some support. So like we've talked about in previous videos, keep your eyes on the prize and your head in the sky, and keep watching that long-term trend, which is most certainly upwards right now for Bitcoin. Everything that we're in right now, all of this movement right over here is nothing but a massive, massive, massive bull flag on Bitcoin. With that said, I want to get to the actual point of this video, which is having to do with all of this news that we've seen come out over the last couple of days. Guys, everybody's talked about the news. Everybody's talked about how, company buys $250 million worth of Bitcoin, 21,253 Bitcoin or whatever it was. That's a lot of Bitcoin they just purchased. Their stock price went up 5%, by the way. I'll let you go get all the details somewhere else, because quite frankly, that's not the important part here. The important part here is what this represents in the mindset of the industry that is investing in Bitcoin. What do I mean by that? First of all, question: what industry would we most like to have on the side of Bitcoin? I would say the financial services sector, anything from payments to remittances to banking to the stock market to commodities and securities and everything in between, that is who I would most like to have on the side of Bitcoin, because from an outside perspective looking in, Bitcoin having credibility with those names is going to give Bitcoin credibility with everyone in the world. And where have we seen all of this adoption coming from in Bitcoin over the last several months? We're looking at PayPal, Visa, MasterCard. We're looking at the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, which regulates banks and their ability to use custody. And now we're looking at a firm that I guarantee you've never heard before, called MicroStrategy, that is worth $1.5 billion that is in the business intelligence sector. Guys, the thing that I'm most excited about here is not that some company just bought $250 million worth of Bitcoin. I'm happy about that. Like, don't get me wrong, that's awesome, because that means that major companies are, number one, looking for avenues to invest, and they're seeing Bitcoin being a safer hedge than cash. That's something the CEO of this company said himself. But on top of that, we're also seeing that the industry, more importantly, trust Bitcoin. Investing in Bitcoin is great. That's the next step, but foundationally, fundamentally, the thing that's really important here is that they trust Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And the reason I said in the intro that we've never seen anything like this before is because we did not see widespread institutional adoption and institutional praise for Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency market back in 2017. We didn't see that. We saw a lot of institutions sitting on the sidelines saying, interesting. What are you guys doing over there? We saw a lot of that. But we didn't see a lot of them praising Bitcoin. We didn't see a lot of them getting involved with Bitcoin. We didn't see a lot of them lifting regulations on Bitcoin and allowing it to move forward. We didn't see a lot of them, number one, investing in it. What we have seen in the last year is categorically significant and very, very important to the development of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And that is not only that the retail sector is looking into Bitcoin and excited about Bitcoin. It is not only that we are seeing the technical analysis and the charting landscape for Bitcoin looking fantastic. It is not only that we are seeing the general fundamentals and development of the space improve. It is that we are seeing the opinions that matter the most in the realm of financial development, those at the top of the industry, are supporting Bitcoin. That is huge, and we have never seen that before. We did not see that leading into the 2017 bull market. That happened organically without external forces, and now we are seeing those organic external forces come in, invest in Bitcoin, trust in Bitcoin, pump up Bitcoin, build projects around this industry. That is huge. That is massive, guys. There are big shifts going on under the surface on Bitcoin, and no one's talking about it. Everybody just keeps saying, hey, look at this news story, look at this news story, look at this news story. Let's do a meta-analysis of all of those news stories and see what the trend is. The trend is this. We have never seen this many institutions investing in Bitcoin this quickly and adopting it and praising it this readily. But now, even during a recession, what are we seeing? We're seeing the exact thing that we need to see happen. So my point in this video is not to do what everyone else is doing and cheerlead Bitcoin and say, yay, Bitcoin has another $1 billion of market cap added to it because some Bitcoin got locked up in an account that's probably not going to be sold. We secured off some more Bitcoin. My point in this video is not to drive FOMO. My point in this video is not to get you excited. My point in this video is to bring to light a trend. And that trend is that Bitcoin is, one, moving to the upside, and number two, Bitcoin is having the first steps of mass adoption take place on the institutional level, and we're only going to see this accelerate over the next 24 months. There are many people with predictions and models pointing Bitcoin towards six figures in the next 24 months, and I think that they might be onto something. Guys, the future for Bitcoin looks very bright, but at the end of the day, I don't ever want you to watch these videos just to get hyped up, just to get a cheerleader. I don't want to be a cheerleader for Bitcoin. I want to be someone that actually brings you information and shows you the trends that are going on in the market so that you can trade them the best. And I hope you guys did get good value out of this because, quite frankly, I think a lot of people are missing the important thing here. It's not that another company stepped into crypto. It's that the company is willing to accept crypto. There's a big difference there because 3 years ago, that would not have been happening. And the underlying reason that they're doing it is what is important here because it's a shift in the mindset of these major organizations that control trillions of dollars. Not only control trillions of dollars, they control public trust, respect for the industry, and they control the market at large. So we need them on our side. And I'm very excited about this news story. So guys, that is my take on what's going on right now. I hope you guys did enjoy. Before we go, though, guys, I do want to mention one more thing, and that would, of course, be CT2A. Because, guys, look, this channel is going under a ton of expansion. We have 5 people on staff now, which is a little bit nuts. And we have a lot of projects coming forth specifically for you guys. I am so excited. We're putting so much work in behind the scenes. And especially starting in September, oh, man, we're going to be very busy when we move into the office. And guys, the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy is what makes all of that expansion possible. Guys, if you want to learn what it takes to actually trade and profit in these markets, you need to understand technical analysis. You need to understand charting. You need to understand how to read the markets. So guys, CT2A is going to be on sale for another 2 days. That sale will be expiring on Friday, so make sure you jump on in before that. In CT2A, you're going to get access to 36 high-quality videos, 12 hours of content that'll teach you what you need to know to get started in the space. And guys, we just passed 2,200 students in the academy, and every single one of them, ever since the very beginning, has had access to a full 14-day money-back refund guarantee, and pretty much no one takes us up on that. If those 2,200 students didn't like the product, they could snap their fingers, shoot us an email, get all their money back without question, and none of them really do it. That tells you something. It's a good product. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot us an email at cryptojeb@gmail.com. That is linked down below, and you can also join our Discord server and talk to some of our students over there and see what they have to say. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. As always, I do want to thank you guys. Like I said, I am so incredibly pumped for what's going to happen in the rest of this year. We're going to be doing so many amazing things, and I can't wait to bring it to you guys. Man, I'm excited. But anyway, that is going to have to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, guys, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.